Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. It's Brenda. I hope you have had a wonderful Easter weekend. I have an experiment to share with you, and then we'll get to today's project, which is making these little pockets. And I ordered these little stamps from Amazon. I've been wanting this for actually a couple of years. I finally decided to purchase them because they were on sale. But they are typewriter letters, upper and lower case, with numbers and some symbols. And they also came with these two ink pads. I will put I'll put the link to them in my description box, but this is what the bag looks like. The code, they're called Tintoki alphabet letters, 2 ink pads for arts crafts. And then the number that's there, B09 P4 NCB P2. So I'll make sure to link it, but I wanted to share, I did an experiment and oh my goodness, I just had a blast. So I'm gonna do that on this side here, but let me just grab a couple of letters and my rings, and I'll show you what I made after I do this little bit here. So I'm just going to grab just some random letters. I'm not even putting them back in the exact same spot because, I mean, that would just be so tedious, wouldn't it? But they stamp beautifully. It doesn't matter if the letters are upside right, upside down, backwards, and I'll show you why. I'll just get these stamped. So I hope you're all doing good. I'm much better, even though my voice is still a little funky. So I have some letters there, and I have these are double rings. I wasn't able to find single rings. We went to Michael's. So I'm also going to use the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. And this, I'm going to show you what I did. And then so you know, if you get this stuff, it comes from Michael's. I bought a new one because this one's not going to last me much longer. And it adds dimension. And I think there's another product too that you can use. I can't remember the name offhand, but so I just put it in, and you're not supposed to shake this stuff because it adds bubbles. I think I have a little clot there or something, but oop, I moved it. But anyway, this is what you're going to do. You're just going to fill that in. It will move. And then I just center it. And I used paper in behind it that already had some design so that it wasn't like a plain white or something with the letter. It just gives it interest. Here, that's better. So just like that. I might as well do them all. And if it comes, you know, if it's not centered or whatever, okay, well, I guess that's going to be it. I'm not going to keep playing around with it. And so that's what I did with them. I'll just move it over so it's not going to. And these are what I made. They're little charms for your journals. So look at how cute these are. They are adorable. And I love the writing in behind the letters. It just really looks awesome. But you can distress your paper before you add your letter if you want, you know, like add some ink. But like I use this permanent archival ink, which is best. I have a feeling if it's the distress or the oxides, it will distort because they react with water. So anyway, there's that. So fun. And so yeah, but what I want to do is I'm going to try a rust effect on paper clips and on these and sort of darken them up and make them look rusty. So hopefully I'll get to that, and then I can show you my results of that as well. But these were at Michael's. They were $6.89 or something like that for a bunch of them. All right, so that was my experiment. Let's get those put back. And I was doing some die cutting. These are Tim Holtz file die cuts, and then the slides. And these are just random tags and journaling cards. And so I also, excuse me, I picked up a new punch. Oh, I should have had that right in front. There we go. It's a tab punch, but it's more square than the other one that I have. So this is the normal one that I've had, and this is how these ones look. Right? They're so fun. So I punched out a whole bunch of them, and then I had some scrap paper, and I just started punching those out too. All right, so let's play. Let's just play with these, and I have some different stamps, some Tim Holtz ones, some that are not Tim Holtz. I have my ones from Global Land. So yeah, I just thought we could play and make some pockets, and so yeah, let's just do it. My inks are not so juicy anymore, but Tom very nicely scrubbed my mat for me because it was full of gesso. Oh, let's turn it around. Doesn't have to be all in the same spot, of course. You can just do pieces of things, which is kind of fun. Can use a stamp block. You don't have to use a stamp block. I just thought we'd have some fun with our stamps today. And there we go. And that's the back. Or could it be the front? No, we'll do it that way. So that's the back, and then I just turn it over. If you fold it up, then what's on the front won't be upside down. So we had just a quiet Easter. Tom and I had a nice meal and went to church, of course, and yeah, it was lovely. Our big celebration, when we have everybody here, I mean, is usually Christmas. That's when we have everybody here. So there's that, and I'm going to grab one of these because I did do one of them on the front. So It just adds a little bit of interest. And I'll turn it around and do the opposite side. There we go. Actually, it didn't even matter because, you know, I'm gluing it on, but excuse me, it's okay. All right, so I cut out some little pictures. I move things and then I don't have them. Of course, here they are. So I just have some little pictures here, and these ones are from Antonio when I was on his creative squad there, but I'm just going to add that, cut this off. And we did our due diligence and we voted. So we did the advanced polls. So there, that'll go in just like that. Let's just glue that in. These are very easy, great mass make. You know, you just sit, you can stamp a whole bunch, and then you don't even have to dress them. You can just stamp them, put them together, and then dress them when you know where they're going. What if they're going into a journal, or so there we go, just like that. Just gonna add some color on the edges. There we go. And I tried to put little holes here, but then the one kind of ripped the paper. I didn't do so great of a job poking the holes, so this one I'm deciding to just leave it the way it is. Just doing that. Just dirty it up a little, vintage it up a little. Can add black to make it even look grungier. That would be all right. I tried to use gesso on one, just trying for a different look, and yeah, I didn't like it. I don't know if I was doing something wrong with it. I will show it to you as well. And instead of using one of these file folders, I actually used index cards. So I'll show you. I wasn't too pleased about the results of it. So let me just, no, actually I have this gray flannel, it's called. Just has a almost black light color, but it's just bring it up at the bottom there. That looks so cool. It's just to add some color. Grungy's good. Just a little bit on here. There we go. It just makes it pop a little more. So there we are. And then I just have some little stamps and excuse me, that's all I did with the other one, is I just added stamps to it. Maybe that one's a little light. looks upside down. It says Canada upright, but it just looks like it's an upside down stamp. Oh well. Okay, so let me glue this closed. Just like that. You can add even more stamping, but I figured it would just get, you know, lost in the shuffle there because I'm putting this on top. And then I just have some little bits. Tim Holtz, I have my mushroom stickers. Just little things. And then of course you really get inky doing this stuff, but it's all right. I'm washable, so it's all good. So that's gonna kind of get, oh no, you can still see it. Just want to see it at the edge there anyway, coming out. So you can keep this a little tuck spot if you want. I'm just gonna glue this one straight down. It's a nice size pocket we have going on, so excuse me. And so there's that. I think that's kind of straight. Oops. There we go. I'm just going to add a little bit more ink around the stamp. And this is my walnut stain. All my inks are old. So there's our pocket. And then just add some bits inside. Just like that. I have some taller ones in here, I think. And they're ready for me to send in Happy Mail, which is fabulous. I wasn't able to send out my Happy Mail this week because, well, being sick and holiday and wonder. Nope, I'm not going to add anything else to there, even though I want to. But, and so there is a pocket. All right, do you want to do another one together, or I'm going to show you what I was doing, and then maybe we'll do one of those instead. Where are they, Brenda? Here. So these, I wasn't impressed. I stamped on it, I inked, and then I added some gesso just to kind of give it a worn look. And I glued two of the recipe cards together, index cards. And then I had them together like this, and then I used this on them both. But then I ended up cutting them apart because I wasn't a fan of having them that way. But this way I like, they can be popped into a pocket and written on and then put back into a pocket. So they're kind of plain, but I mean, they can be dressed up as well, right? Can come along and use these. Yeah, let's try one. We'll see. And because I wasn't such a fan of it, I just need to dress it up a little bit and hopefully I'll like it better. So let's get those out of the way. I'm going to use this gray on here. It's quite a nice color. See, it looks almost black, so it's kind of fun. Doesn't have to make sense. You're just really having fun. So beautiful. And I won't do the back because it's going to get glued on. I won't do that again. So there, but it's just adding interest to the front. And you don't have to do anything to the back, of course, because it's going to be covered. There we go. So I might as well just use this one. Just use my sniff. Oh no, she's too far away from him. Doesn't look right. What about these ones? Looks like a pretty serious family there. My goodness. Just right there. Well, I'll glue it on and then I will... Oops, glue is dripping. There we go. I won't press it down yet. I want to make sure that it's in a good spot, which it is. Come on, shouldn't be so difficult. Cute. All right. There we go. These are so easy to do, right? You just glue something in, glue it shut. You could do it this way as well. And you could actually glue it 3 sides and make it a pocket on a journal page. Let's grab my journal. That's actually not too bad of an idea. So let's do that. So let's finish. And this one I will make a tuck spot for some extra goodies. Here, why not? Or again, you can just keep it and mail it to a friend, not even do anything to them, and wait until you know where they're going to go. So that's lovely. Where's my, oh, I have these, some stamps in here, some loveliness. Oh, that's a beautiful color. And then that, yep, I like those. Stamps are always fun to use in different projects. They just add a lot of goodness. So there we go. There's that simple, easy, I mean, you just can't get any better than that. The more I look at this one, the more I'm thinking I would like a mushroom. But maybe something a little smaller if I have it. Well, I'm going to leave it for a minute. Let's add some stuff into it. I'm just going to leave that right there. I'll probably end up using it, but let's add, just so you see what it looks like. Beautiful color page. It's got the blues, and this is the blueberry paper. So I'm going to add that right there. Why not? There we go. Nope, I'm still not feeling it, so I'm going to not add anything. So let's pop some things into our pockets. That. Just like that, and then we have our little tuck spot there. Maybe too big. Let's see. Something not so wide. There we go. A couple of those. These little moth things. There we are. Look at that. That turned out beautiful. I love it. I don't think it needs the mushroom, so that's gonna end up going somewhere else. So I'll set that just aside there. And so yeah, there we go. So there's our pocket. I'm gonna leave it there for today. And then which one did we do? We did this one. So that's our creation for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Questions, comments, please leave them below. I will leave the links to the stamps in my description box from Amazon. And yeah, so they take about 3 hours to dry. That's what the instructions say. So then I will just cut around the bottom of it, and then I'll have a letter. It's already starting to clear. This one I didn't do so great. It's already dry because I didn't wait for the stuff to come out because it was stuck, right? Okay, Thanks so much for hanging out with me. God bless, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.